Sagittarius, I'm here to give you a full moon fever wild card read straight from the hip with lots of lip. And we are looking at the new lunar cycle that just came in and got kicked off with the Leo full moon. And we'll be coming to a culmination point on February 24th with the Virgo full moon. So we're just seeing what's sandwiched in there between these two pieces of bread. What's the meat of this message? Okay. You might be craving a sandwich, Sagittarius. Maybe you've been wanting a hoagie. I don't know why this is coming in. I'm working with a super awesome future deck for you. I heard pastrami. Okay, Sag. I'm working with a super awesome future deck for you. We're going to switch it up to see what energies are in play, what's coming your way. This is for any significant Sagittarius placement, or if you have a prominent placement in the 9th house of Sagittarius, as well as if you are a Gemini rising, that makes you Sagittarius Descendant. So let's see what your super awesome future looks like this lunar cycle, Sagittarius. All right, what we got here. Ooh, it's good to be the queen or to be with the queen. I think somebody's got their sights set on a queen here. Empress energy here. Could be somebody that you see that they are really kind of like stepping into their power. This person knows their value. They know their own sense of worth. You may see this person is really making some gains. You could be in this position, okay? You could be really moving forward rapidly in your life after a time where things were kind of stalled out. I think you got some kind of insight, came in from spirit. You got that hawk medicine there. Okay, so hawk medicine is about receiving some kind of spiritual guidance. It's also about noticing synchronicity, things that are lining up. Something is lining up for you. This is two coming together, okay? Wonder twin powers activate. I just, okay. Yes, I do feel like there is a certain development coming your way. You may sense it's coming. I think you're going to see the signs that this is on its way. It's sort of like a crowning glory kind of moment. I really got that, okay? And I think you're excited about it when it comes, when it arrives. This really delights you. It delights the hell out of you. I heard that, okay? Also, there's something about this. You really want to protect this because there's a lot of light that builds off of this, right? And a lot of times when there's a lot of light, maybe that's something that really lets you step up into the center stage of your life, or you're having a shining moment or some kind of crowning moment, achieving some kind of success or some big win, something that feels really good to you. It could be that you are really finally stepping up into your rightful place. You get this opportunity that really allows you to be in your element. You're being recognized for what you've achieved. It's a really proud moment. I got that, okay? You worked really hard for it. And others of you, you know, there's somebody very special that you're drawn to, that you see these qualities in. They could also have a strong Sagittarius placement in the chart. I mean, that horse energy is there. Or they could have been born in the year of the horse in Chinese astrology. I see that too. It could also be an Aries who has their eye on you. I am noticing that falcon energy, you know, the hawk energy that is associated with the Native American birth totem for the sign of Aries. This could also be that Libra South Node. Makes me kind of think like the Empress vibes. Libra South Node, Aries North Node. This is an opportunity for you to step into your destiny. I really feel like your spirit's calling you here. All synchronicities are pointing to this thing. There's some kind of karma that's being transformed here as well, something you had to rise up out of in order to achieve this. It feels really good and you're being guided to this. This is coming into alignment, all right? So I feel like you're getting through kind of a heavy, maybe difficult and at times dark passage in your life to a place really stepping into the light. There might have been something that you really transformed. Ooh, look at this. And this just fell in my lap. A wish is falling in your lap. An opportunity is falling in your lap. It may be coming from this stranger here. Maybe they're a stranger to you, okay? Maybe they're not a stranger, though. Maybe a lot of people know of this person, okay? There might be something you don't see that's kind of clouded over at this time about this ray of sunlight that wants to peek through those clouds that have been hanging over you. Okay, this is a bit of happiness on its way to you. It's also a helpful person that's coming onto your path that brings unexpected gifts. All right, this is an opportunity to make a wish come true. They're your genie. You've had this thing coming up your reach. What is this? Genie in a bottle stuff. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is, but this is coming your way, okay? This is like the fulfillment of some wish you made a long time ago. I feel like that. You may have even been sitting somewhere in a field and you picked one of those dandelion seed heads and you made your wish and you blew and let all those seeds scatter. Well, they've landed somewhere, okay? They're starting to take root. Things are growing from those wishes you once made. Now, is it still a wish for you? Is it still a wish come true? I mean, looks like you're pretty happy when this thing shows up on the scene. This could be somebody with dark hair, dark eyes, darker complected than you. I feel like they're a real snappy dresser. They might really like to wear hats. There might be something about hats with this person. I think they do like to get all dressed up. All right. They got big boss vibes to me too. There could be a connection with that. All right. This person could be a big boss. It might seem very strange that you're meeting this person. There's also something that feels a little bit ethereal about this person. I have to say, I've noticed seeing this here. Like, it's almost like maybe it's coming through as a guide. I know that's going way out there for some people. Not for everybody, though. And I don't think for most, if you're here, you'll probably resonate with this. But this could, for some of you, it could even be like a spirit guide that's coming through. Or, one of those occasions where you meet the angels in somebody ordinary. This could be coming through the guise of like some snappy dresser. There's almost like a little bit of an old school vibe to this person. They may be drawn to the aesthetic of a certain time period. I mean, I have to say it. This is what I heard. So this gives you an idea of this person's mentality, all right? This is what I heard. I'm not giving any endorsements one way or the other. This is what I heard. Back when men knew how to dress like men. That's what I freaking heard. 8:08 on the clock, okay? 8:08 on the clock. 8:08 is angel guidance, meaning you're on the right track. That's what that angel number means, okay? So yeah, this kind of vibe. Old school, traditional values, might even like that aesthetic, okay? This is somebody coming in, offering some kind of wish fulfillment. It might involve like some kind of travel or relocation component. Maybe it moves you out of a place where you feel really unhappy right now, or you just are having trouble getting yourself established. Feels like there's always like some dark cloud hanging over your head, or something that just keeps the happiness you're looking for just that much out of reach. This could be something about a geographic cure, okay? Or an opportunity that comes when you're away in another location, like on a trip, on the road, in a different city, or just outside of your usual circle. I got that, okay? Let's see, what's coming in here? What's coming in here? Okay. The cat lady. Interesting. Okay, so we got the cat lady. Here you are, chilling on your own, feeling good. I think you've been focusing on yourself, all right? You've just been handling the day-to-day affairs. I think you've been keeping to yourself too. You might even really have a connection with your pets. You might have cats. I also feel like there's some people that are kind of hanging around you that are wanting to know what you're up to because they feel like you're being a little bit secretive. They may think you're hiding something. I don't think you're hiding something, though. I don't. I think you're just kind of like chilling out. I think you're feeling good. You like being in your own energy. And there's a lot of people that don't understand that. They don't get it. You may identify with the Sigma type. You tend more toward introversion when you're truly in your nature, but maybe you got like some kind of like career route or something that really puts you out there. So people mistake you for being an extrovert, but it's actually the opposite. You like your quiet time, you like your downtime. You'd much rather like hang out at home, you know, in your robe, chilling out, you know, talking to your pets than than you would to be out at like some, you know, she party that's all about hobnobbing and name dropping and all. I don't feel like that's you, but I feel like you're surrounded with people who are really into that and that kind of stuff. That clout stuff's important to them. But for some reason, there's like some buzz around you. I think because you kind of like are doing your own thing. So it's sort of like it's stirring up the rumor mill. And people want to know what you're up to. They really want to know what you're up to. They feel like you're hatching some kind of plot. 11:11 on the clock. They know that you're working some kind of magic. Well, I don't mean magic like bibbity bobbity boo. I don't mean that. They know that you're up to something. Like you're a mad scientist in your lab. You're about to like reveal your latest invention or your next big, you know, exploit, you know, the next thing that you're going to do that's going to just throw everybody for a loop. They feel that energy like around you. You maybe keep on something cool as a cucumber. I'm not going to confirm either way. I'm not going to confirm either way. I think there's a reason why you've had to go into this energy and just really kind of like keep things under wraps, all right? Your future's so bright, you got to wear shades, and you know that there's people around here who would just love to spoil that pot for you, okay? What else we got here? Oh, yes, there's... Yeah, there's a lot of intrigue here. I have to say, this feels more like a Scorpio reading than a Sagittarius reading. This might be coming in really strongly for Ophiuchus, okay? So if you're a Sag born November 30th through December 18th, you run a lot of Scorpio energy. But this is also about, you know, there's like 3 people. You may even find them to be kind of like witchy women, all right? I'm picking up these vibes. There might be a Dapper Dan in the mix, I have to say. There might. This might be like some cat that likes to hang around with a bunch of, you know, witchy chicks, you know, and there's just something a little sus here. I think you started to sense, you might have been this Dapper Dan. I might be talking to a masculine Sag, man. You might be this Dapper Dan and you knew a couple witches. And now you think these witches are snitches. You're not quite trusting them. You maybe had like a little secret society vibe going on for a while. You were lighting some candles, calling some stuff in. And then these people started kind of like falling out with each other. Maybe they started fighting with each other. They were fighting over your fancy feast. They had a falling out. And then you're like, forget this, man. I'm going rogue. You're like, I'm out of here. Now they're just like, you know, no, they don't know what to do, you know? Something you were working on, just like these people didn't invest in it. Whatever this plot was, you know, whatever was supposed to like kind of pull together here, it just sort of fell flat. It fell flat. Because, you know, there were people who did a lot of talk about what they were willing to, you know, invest in something. And when push came to shove, where the heat turned up, they couldn't handle the heat. They couldn't handle the heat. So you're like, I'm making a break for it. You also realized as you were within a certain circle of people, maybe you used to have like a resonance with these people, but the more that you got to know these people, it might look like fancy feast to you at first, 1444 on the clock. But though it might have looked like that initially, and you may have thought, yeah, there's real alignment here, you know, soon you're like, oh, hell no, I got to get out of here. You started to notice how these people move. That's what I got. You started to notice how they move, that you noticed the backbiting, you noticed the name calling, you noticed the way that they would talk about people who weren't in the room to defend themselves. 15:11 on the clock, you realize, oh no, this isn't in alignment with who I am. I gotta stay true to my vision, you know. I don't want these kind of people connected to my visibility, you know, how I step forward, how I'm represented, where we got here. Yeah, and you know that it could really disrupt some happiness, some success that wants to come into your life, something you're really ready to manifest here, something that wants to manifest for you too. We got that 35 energy, that's 8, okay? This is coming into alignment for you. I do see though that there's some solar flares along the way, all right? So there could be some people, particularly these two that you were connected to before, might be having some like egoic flare-ups around you, you know, because they feel like they were promised a lot, and when all was said and done, you just left them with like some stale cat food. Here, you guys can have it. You like cut your losses from a situation. You said, I don't want any ties to this, and they feel like they got left with something that's more a liability than a reward. I got that. I got that. You know, it's like sitting there stinking up the joint. It's like a can of wet cat food that got left open for a week in a hot yoga class. You know what I'm saying? It's just the whole deal's gone south. Something about this, you didn't want to be connected to this. You're like, this isn't a good look. I feel like you might be in some kind of position where, you know, it's important. It's important how you're showing up and representing yourself. So I do feel like there might be some people who are feeling a little bitter about this, you know. They feel like you kind of just abandoned them, or, you know, left them hanging. Well, they kind of misled you too about who they are and how they move. You never would have aligned with these people if you knew stuff was going to play out the way that it did. And it's sort of like, feel like there's a sort of a touche energy there. It's like, well, you know, what do you expect? You know, what kind of loyalty do you expect to get when I can hear that you're already betraying these people, you know, who aren't here to even rise to their own defense? Like, what are you saying when I step out of the room? I don't think you really trust these people. You already feel like maybe they could be in a position to just throw you under the bus. So it's sort of like, well, let me make a break for it. Well, that's what I feel. I also feel like you've been working really hard on something, you know. You have your sight set due north. You're really focusing on what you want to step into, you know. You're ready. You're ready to activate your destiny. You're ready to bring old cycles to a close. You're okay going your own way. But I do feel like whoever you cut loose, like they're still lingering, man. They are. They're lingering. They might even have some fake accounts, some catfish accounts. They might be sending in friends to spy on you who are still linked up to you. Okay. They're fishing for information. They're fishing for information because they feel like something's fishy here. They don't trust. They don't understand also. Why did you walk away? You wanted this. Whatever this was, you wanted this. You were invested in this. You wanted this. So why would you just walk away from it? They don't trust it. They don't trust it. They sense that there's something up. Okay, so I do think you're rousing suspicion, but you're on a mission. You're on a mission. And it may seem like a mission impossible, but I see you hitting the mark. This is success. This is happiness. And perhaps this is this happiness, this wish fulfillment that was really obscured for you because of who you were connected to, who you were associated with. They kept a cloud of confusion over it, you know, but you can see clearly now. All right. And you're ready to step into this. So let me do a cut of the deck here. And then I'll figure out what else we're going to pull from to get just some confirmation cards here, a little overarching theme. All right. Zombies. Yep. Okay, this is an old issue. Ooh. And here comes a king. All right. Here comes a king. All right. So this is an old issue. This is somebody you dealt with before. We do got big Sagittarian energy on the board. All right. So you're either the king or the queen in this scenario, but we know with the lion up here, strong Leo influence here. And also it's a matter relating to the past. It does require you to have some strength and sureness to charge forward to make this new beginning for yourself. I feel like at one time, whatever this was buried, but you're deciding, you're choosing to unearth it. You're choosing to, like, maybe you kind of like played dead for a while, like, oh, forget it. I don't need that anymore. I'm not going to head in that direction. Like, it's sort of like a playing possum sort of move. That's what I got. Oh yeah, I'm done for the count. I don't got nothing left in me. I'm all washed up. It's got those vibes. Yeah, me. Yeah, I'm a loser. You know, it's got that kind of vibe. Like, just like almost like you're making a mockery of all this stuff that people are saying about you. You're like, yeah, go ahead, believe that. Wait till I pull out the rug from under you. Just wait. Just wait and see. It does have that feel to it, I have to say. Because I think these people, you know, they don't get it. These are people who just phone it in. You know, these are people who, like, they value things that don't even matter in life. It's all about status. It's all about how it looks. It's all about my Facebook profile pic. It's all about, you know, how many people I know and how many people like my comment and, you know, what kind of car I drive. Oh, look at this designer label I wear. I mean, these are people that they're really impressed with that stuff. They are. And that's how they rate people. That's how they classify people. And anybody who doesn't, like, meet their standards, why anybody has to meet their standards, who knows? But if they don't meet their standards, the cult of personality standards, you know, where everybody's just like a bunch of zombies who can't think for themselves, they don't have a mind of their own, they don't have any sense of exploration, innovation, individuality, you know. These are people who just, they're not even really living. They're not even connected to life. And I think for a while, 22 on the clock. I know you're resonating with what I'm saying. You are not that. You are Sagittarius. Sagittarius always wants to move into expansion. Sagittarius always wants to think outside the box. Sagittarius is able to have a really broad view and take in a lot of different perspectives. 2244. This is what you want to build your future on. You don't want to be kept in this microclimate of this myopic group of people who just have no ability to even think with their own minds. And I feel like you're rebelling against this energy. And you felt like you were down for the count. Like, you felt like, man, I worked myself in such a rut. It's become a grave. I see you're choosing to rise from the dead, man. I do. And you're coming into alignment with somebody that's your match here. All right. Could be a Leo. Could be another Sag like you. All right. Could be somebody born in the year of the horse. Could be somebody born in the year of the cat or the rabbit. All right. Let me see here. What do I want to pull out on this just so I can get some identifying characters for you? Let's get some identifying characters about who you might be dealing with, because you're coming into alignment with somebody. It's a little edgy. I think you're going to get people talking. I do. I have a feeling. Let's see. What's a good confirmation deck? Bring it to light. Okay, we'll look at this. Glow in the dark tarot. Yeah, there's some investment you're making here. It's a new beginning. It's legit. It's solid. All right. You're definitely going to have a lot of happiness, fulfillment, reward coming through by heading in this direction. It does require you to trust what you're feeling. You're breaking from the pack and you're going in an unconventional direction, or you're heading towards somebody that is a little bit controversial, I feel. All right. So let's see what's coming in here. Whatever you're doing, it's something that breaks from popular opinion. It somehow breaks the mold and it disrupts the status quo. And I think it's really like making you feel alive again. This is exactly what you need, Sag, okay? So let's see what this new opportunity is. Let's see what's happening here. It's pretty cool. It looks like everybody's getting some kind of new opportunity, some kind of forward motion that's coming in this lunar cycle. So I'm happy to see that. That people are moving beyond the stuckness, right? I think you're definitely not down for the count. You're rising to the challenge. This is the montage portion of your story, Sagittarius. Let's see who could be part of it, what the opportunity is, what it looks like, what's coming on through. All right. I heard you'll have their tongues wagging. And I think that's dualistic, okay? I do, because I think tongues wagging in terms of like, did you hear what Sag did? Did you see what Sag did? Did you see the status update? I also think tongues wagging because people are going to be like, they're going to be a little thirsty. Look at this, talk of the town, man, okay? In a good way. 8 of clubs. Things are going to move forward really quickly for you. This is a lot of communication. This is news spreading. People are talking about this, Sag, okay? And you're definitely moving forward. This could be the arrows of love. I also feel like there's some publicity around it, like words spreading fast. What is this? Ooh. Whoa. Okay, this has something to do with an Ace of Hearts in reverse. Okay, so I feel like something went pear-shaped in matters of the heart. Something just really went south. It didn't work out the way you were hoping it would. You thought this was going to be the end-all be-all new beginning. It wasn't. And it had you thinking about something that you put to an end, something you'd buried, like, okay, that's done. And now you're like, I don't know, maybe I want to use that spade to go and like get out there and like dig that back up again. Okay, it's possible. There's 10 of diamonds here. Okay, so I do know that this is a very public matter. It's making me think 10th house. It's making me think North Node. It's making me think this is visible. You know, it does affect the way you're seen. It does affect the way that people look at you. I think it does get people talking. I do think there's some PR around it. It might even be a bit of a spin on your own image. It's not that you're intending it to be that way, but I feel like whoever you're hanging out with, that's how they move. That's how your social circle moves. Like the people you've been associating with, this is the stuff that matters to them. It's all this kind of like superficial stuff. And because of that, it's going to be like fodder. Okay, it's going to be fodder. But look what it lands you in. I mean, 10 of diamonds. This move that you're going to make, this risk you're taking, it pays off. It pays off big. It pays off big. You're building something with another. I got independent wealth. Look at this, King of Hearts. Water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right. I also feel like you're really in your heart, you know, and you feel like somebody's the king of your heart, or somebody really awakens the king in you. You know, it's that energy. Makes me want to be a better man. That's what I just heard. And look who's right behind there. We got the Queen of Diamonds here. All right. This is somebody you can build with, could have a strong earth sign placement in their chart. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, we do have strong Capricorn placement with that 10th house. I also feel like this could be somebody that you're partnering on something with, that it's like, it's a project that's close to your heart. But I also feel like there's some romantic vibes there too, with the Jack of Hearts in the mix, all right? And this could be something that you were invested in before. You could have been romantically involved with this person before, or you had a flirtation, there was a hookup there. I see that, okay? It is somebody that at one point you'd walked away from this person. So there's a history here. You do know each other, okay? You're turning back around though. This might be the person that you're going and you're like, you know, you're using that spade you stuck in their back to like dig up what you buried them in, you know? Yeah, you know, I mean, I think maybe you realize you kind of shot yourself in the foot being too stubborn on a certain point. You realized you were being too defensive in a situation or too guarded. You couldn't let down your guard and sort of really reveal what you were feeling. And because of this, you know, you didn't take the action. It might have been a matter of pride. You felt like you didn't want to take an action. You might have wanted this person to kind of come to you, you know. You might have wanted this person to come to you and ask you, you know, for assistance or ask you to be part of something. I don't know why that's here, but it might have felt like in some way it was a little bit of a wounding to the ego or something for one party in this situation, to let down their guard and approach someone, you know. They didn't want to get taken advantage of. Yeah, so they really cooled their passions in this situation. You cooled your passions in this situation to the 5 of clubs in reverse, you know. You didn't want to come off like this was something you were really invested in. I mean, this is like soulmate connection here. But you tried to play it down, you know. You saw that there were other people too that maybe were approaching this Queen of Clubs energy, okay? Either or, somebody saw there were a lot of people approaching you, vice versa, right? We got both fire sign representatives for both masculine, feminine showing up here. So I do feel it's 2 people that have true alignment with each other, 2 people that have history with each other. There's a soulmate connection there, but somebody, you know, said I'm out, kind of blocked things off, really guarded themselves because they saw there were too many people in the mix. Maybe too much got stirred up. It became a really it became a real negativity in this situation where it's like, I don't want to take this on. But something's getting corrected here that's allowing things to be workable. All right. So we got fire sign in the mix, and earth sign in the mix. We got some water in the mix too. All right. That's what I'm mainly seeing on the board here. It does look like there's definitely a financial angle here. Somebody is wanting to reprise something because they do see there's a possibility to build something. They could be successful, and they also feel it could enhance their status and it could shift their reputation. Right? You know what side you're on in that story. You may already be aware of these elements. This might have been something that caused you disappointment in the past. You were bummed out about this aspect. There's a part of, you know, connecting with this person that felt like a little disingenuous, you know. You really saw something more in the situation, and you felt like this person's attention was sort of like looking in all different directions, or maybe you were kind of trying to play it loose. You weren't ready. You know, you weren't ready to dive into something deeper, but whatever was kind of like a disappointment in the past and was held off, there's an opportunity to bring this thing back around with the 3 of clubs here. All right. So this is another chance, a chance to get it right. Let's do a cut of the deck here to close it out and see what we got. We got 3 of diamonds. 3 of diamonds to the 2 of clubs. So I think you're going to see a new way forward to work this out. It does look like you're going to work something out here. But it does look like nothing will be set in stone. You're going to have to make it up as you go.